Onion bunion, la 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 la.
Chef Carl.
Yeah, what?
What are you doing?
Oh, I was just warming up like they do in the movies, you know, to get the throat going and stuff. So, I'm sorry, what's that? Yes. Hi, I'm Chef Carl, the Food Whisperer. Today we're going to make cheesy cream of chicken wild rice soup. And we'll be right back.
Chef Carl, Food Whisperer, taking the mystery out of cooking.
All right, we're back now. Always keep your knife nice and sharp. You don't want to hear, maybe you do, but you're running your knife. All right, I don't wear gloves, but I have sanitizer. I got soapy water, I got a spray bottle, I got paper towels, so we're ready to go. So the first thing you want to do is chop your vegetables really finely, and I have them in bags here, 1 cup of each, celery, carrots, onion, and you follow the ribs of the vegetable, and I'm just going to chop a little bit. They call this dice a brunoise. I don't think I've ever used it in the restaurant trade, but in case you're ever on Jeopardy and they ask you what that is, you'll know. But you want to turn the knife as you're doing it, and then keep your fingers back. And we show how to dice in another one of the videos, so we're not going to do a whole lot of dicing. Now, take your celery. You want to make sticks out of it. And you make them up like pieces of cordwood. Again, see how nice and finely diced it is? You might say it's finely diced. I know. And the carrots, I use some, well, you use whatever you got. I use these bagged carrots. Sometimes I peel carrots. And you just cut a few sticks. And again, everything's like cordwood. Keep your finger, let your fingers do the walking. This is why you want to have nice, sharp knife. And then with the garlic, what you want to do is whack, whack-a-mole, whack-a-mole, whack-a-mole. And I got a little toy here. I want to see how it works. My buddy Jim gave it to me. And of course your hands are going to smell marvelous all day. But you just kind of push it through. And it gives you a little fine dice. But because I'm chopping a lot of garlic, not a lot, but you can just cut it the same way and just and of course if you don't like garlic, cut back the amount of garlic. And if you see red, you've gone too far. Ouch! Just checking if you're watching. So anywho, we're going to take our pan and we're going to add a little, about 2 tablespoons of olive oil and 2 tablespoons of butter. And you can measure it because it shows you tablespoons on the camera, on the stick of butter, and on the camera. And as I said, just estimate a couple of tablespoons of olive oil. And what's going to do is you're going to put the vegetables in. And this 1 cup of diced celery, 1 cup of diced carrots. And you can eliminate, you don't have to have all these vegetables. This is just what I prefer. 1 cup of diced onion. And we're just going to add that little bit of extra stuff we chopped. You know, it's not exact science. You're just adding this for flavor. I'm going to put the gas on. We're going to let the vegetables cook about 3 or 4 minutes. I call it sweating the vegetables. It just brings out the flavor. And then we're going to add about a half a quart of chicken stock, low sodium. It takes a couple of minutes for the pot to heat up the oil and the butter. The word is equilibrate. Another word that I will probably never use again, but just don't like, if you're on Jeopardy and they ask you what that is, balancing out the temperature. So I almost forgot, since this is cream of chicken with cheddar and wild rice, I should have chicken. I bought a roasted chicken at the store. It was a day old, so it was $2.99. So this is like 50 cents, 80 cents worth of chicken. So what we're going to do is just going to dice it. You can dice it as big or small as you want. Again, keep your fingers back. Always look for bones. Got like a little bone there. Bony maroni. And so it's about, again, it's not exact science. You could use about 1 cup, 2 cup, whatever it comes out to be. You only want to use 1 chicken breast? Use 1 chicken breast. But this was a small chicken. I mean, bop, bop, bop. So, that's pretty much all the chopping we're going to do. So I'm going to come on back to my stove here. Alright. And we're going to add the chicken. Vegetables are sweated nicely and they look like they're getting translucent. And now we're going to add about half a quart of chicken stock. And we can always add more. Going to let this simmer about 3 more minutes, so this is what they say, hurry up and wait. So the stock and the chicken, everything's happy inside of there. Now, this is a white and wild rice that I got at Aldi's. I think the box is like $1.50. We're only going to use about half of it, so about 75, 80 cents. And if I would have been smart, I cooked this earlier this morning, I would have put the rice in with the vegetables and the stock and cooked it all in one pot. But live and learn. So it's about 2 cups of rice, white and white. You can use brown rice. Don't be, stuck on the fact that you're going to kind of break it up. Now, after we put the chicken gravy in here, which I use at my deli all the time, this is a hearthstone gravy from Gordon's, and I like it because it's yellowish white. It makes it look like a nice rich soup. And the first ingredient is chicken stock, and then chicken. So that's what you want to use. I'm going to just put this in there. And I think, based on what I see, I'm going to rinse the can out with the rest of the stock, so we're going to put a full quart of chicken stock. In no sense of wasting anything. Waste not, want not. When I was learning how to cook, one of my chefs asked me to give him $20 and he threw it in the garbage can. I was chopping celery, I guess I was throwing away too much. And he said, Carl, you're throwing, I said, what's going on? He says, you're throwing my money away, I'm throwing your money away. And of course he kept the $20, but that's pretty clean. So we're gonna stir this up nice. Got nice texture, nice color. I just want to check the flavor a little bit. It's pretty good. I'm just going to add like 1 tablespoon. And this again, I get this at Gordon's, so I don't get paid for mentioning it. It's a good product. Or Sam's Club. And it says chicken base, and again it's chicken juices. If you open up a base and it says HPPs, higher plant protein, and starch as the first ingredients, don't buy it. Now, while this is heating up, I have a rounded cup of sharp cheddar. And I'm going to leave a little bit to put on the top when we serve this up. Hold that in. And if you're good with a ladle, you can see I'm making a swirling motion to get all the butter, olive oil incorporated. You know, since we're going to use a ladle anyway, get that all nice and happy inside and smiling and feeling good. And this is great for any time. I sold a Geron at my deli, which I don't have anymore, but I'm going to let that go about 3 or 4 minutes. And then we're going to dish it up. So now we're getting a little steam going. I'm adding this half and half at the end. Whoop. Because, well, you use half and half for cream. If you get too much of a boil going, simmer, it could possibly break on you. So I'm going to put about 2 cups in. 1, 2. I'm also going to crank in a little bit of pepper. You don't have to put pepper in. You can put a sergeant pepper in. Any kind of pepper. I'm a pepper, you're a pepper. Let this get nice velvety texture. And this soup, whatever you don't eat today, will be thicker tomorrow. So don't be surprised if it looks a little bit thicker, because the rice will absorb and the starches all kind of from the gravy take its spot. Okay, we're going to be taking the pot off the stove now. I'm going to taste it once. Give it a little tasty, because once you got it off the stove, good and hot. Now shut the heat off. Hopefully my dog will get out of the way. Louie, move. All right. So here we go. Lovely, nice and steamy, nice color. Like I say, this is truly a meal. I reserved a little bit of shredded cheddar for a little color. A little Parmesan cheese. couple slices of nice toast. And I tell you what, you're eating large now. Can't beat that. So this is Chef Carl. I want you to, don't forget, Chef Carl Food Whisperer, YouTube. Please subscribe. Leave a comment. Tell me what you would like me to make. I'd like to thank everybody that's out there working so we can continue living due to coronavirus. I'd like to thank the military. And I'd like to thank Mike's Everyday BBQ, who gave me my start. So enjoy the video. Let me know what you want to see. Ward, you ready to chow down?
You bet.
All right, so that's all, folks.